Hello everyone and welcome to Sunup. I'm Lyndall Stout. The rains predicted for Memorial Day will be too late for most of Oklahoma's wheat crop. But as Sunup's Austin Moore reminds us, there are lessons that can be learned from every tough situation.
As if drought and freeze weren't enough, Oklahoma's wheat farmers are also dealing with disease pressure. But not foliar diseases. This year, it's viruses.
Like with most plant diseases, when there's one group of diseases suppressed because of the environment, another group will show up. And that's happened this year a little bit with some of the virus diseases that are transmitted, especially by a small wheat curl mite. Wheat streak mosaic and high plains virus disease has shown up across the state some. And there's also been a little bit of barley yellow dwarf, which is transmitted by aphids.
There is little to be done for these issues now. But thanks to the breeding program, next year may offer options.
The biggest part with the diseases is for producers to remember to look at the variety comparison charts. And if they are having trouble with barley yellow dwarf, they can look for the varieties that will provide them some resistance for that for the next year.
And that is where the silver lining lies. What is a challenging year for producers is an opportunity for scientists and breeders.
Now, the farmer may not look at them as opportunities, but as scientists, we certainly look at them that way to select for adaptation to those kinds of pressures. That's an opportunity we just can't pass up, and we haven't. 2-3 years down the road, the material that comes out of this program is going to feature better drought tolerance than it did, say, 10 years ago.
While Carver and the wheat breeding team at Oklahoma State University are mindful of these characteristics every year, drought resistance is something that can only be shown in a drought.
To go into the laboratory and use very sophisticated, say, marker techniques to select for drought tolerance, that's a little bit more complicated. We don't have quite the science yet built to be able to do that, but at least we do have field opportunities to improve that characteristic. And I think that's showing actually in the candidate lines that we're looking at right now, the lines that I'm standing in. And the one that rises to the top right now is called OK09125. And over the last 4 or 5 years, we've had plenty of opportunities to look at that line under pretty severe stress, including this year.
OK09125, as we see it today, was first formed in 2007. It saw a significant freeze event that year, and again in 2009. Its response to those events and the continuing drought has proven its hardiness through the toughest of Oklahoma's years. Traits we can add to an expanding list of genetic options in wheat. Options that allow wheat breeds to have specialized adaptation to specific regions and conditions, and yet remain widely adaptable.
If we can get the broader adaptation, what does that allow? That allows us then to handle situations that we don't see coming within our own state. And the best example of that is this drought, a drought that we haven't seen for a long time now. Wide adaptation allows you to better tolerate those conditions that you may not have seen in the recent past.
And that's why this year, the driest in decades, our state has a poor but existing wheat crop rather than none.